Hi, this is Ronnie, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Christmas in February. Yeah, me and a bunch of my scrappy YouTube buddies either didn't get everything done last year that we wanted, or we're getting ahead for this year, which last year I was off on sick leave, and I did do quite a few cards. So I had all my cards done. There was a few other things that I wanted to do. But yeah, we're starting early. And so every month on the 25th, we're going to be doing something. And this paper here, it is a Stampin' Up! Cardstock, and it's textured. It's so pretty. And I put it on Echo Park. 'Twas the night before Christmas. It came in my Echo Park warehouse box. I got two. 'Twas the night before Christmas. So I'm not going to run out of them. I'm going to scrap this picture of my daughter and her friend Jennifer. And they had volunteered to ring the Salvation Army bell, which she does every year. But they got hungry that day. And she called me, want me to bring them something to eat. So I did. I was at a craft show, and they had awesome cinnamon rolls. They don't have that craft show anymore. I miss the cinnamon rolls. But that's what I took, though. Yeah, you'd walk into that craft show. I mean, the reason I'd go was for the cinnamon rolls. And the whole place would just smell like cinnamon. Oh, and they melted in your mouth. Awesome. But anyway, let's get back to the layout. I almost did not record this because I was going to use the reindeer in it. But then I thought, well, this is going to be different from the one that I made on the card. And the reason it's different is I said when I was doing the card, my card wasn't big enough to do the songbook, and I love the songbook with it. So this reindeer is going to have a songbook. And of course, you can tell from the picture why I decided to put the reindeer on here, because they both have antlers on in the picture. And yeah, I am going to make the body. This part here is the body, and you can make it bigger, just in case, longer, taller, whatever, just in case, you don't want to make it too small, and you can always cut it shorter. And I cut the head, and I believe that's like a 2.5 inch. And then the mouth is like a 1 inch or 1.5. I'm not sure. I actually held it up to my mat there the last time, but I'll put a link below for the card, because other than the songbook, it's pretty much the same, except that I have a small 1 inch oval punch now, and I had to try it out. So I used it on the tongue and the teeth there, and yeah, I couldn't resist. I had to use it. I only have one oval punch. I am going to get more. But as you can see, it looks just a little bit, but not a whole lot, different from the other one. And I did put the nose up on foam tape, and I'm going to put the head on foam tape also. And I believe the book, the book's going to have some too. But I'm just lining that up with the bottom of that, and then I'm going to tilt the head. And I started to put the antlers on. I thought, no, I'm going to wait till the end, just in case I decide to move the head or something. I didn't want the antlers to be off and not match where the head was at. And I'm going to start on the book now. I'm just freehanding it. The book is so easy to make. I'm using a sheet from Dear Lizzie paper pad from years ago. I can't remember the name of it, but I cut out some, it's music paper, and I do have a stamp that I could have used, but this was printed in green, and I thought it'd go really well with this. And of course I could have stamped it in green, but I used the Dear Lizzie. Anyway, when you cut it out, you fold it, and then you see how I made just the wave across there, kind of like a book, and I'm backing it in the red. I almost did it in brown, and I thought, that won't show up. So yeah, I had to use the red then. And I'm going to make his little hooves next. You can just take a round circle and put it on there. But I'm going to make hooves. I'm going to make them in brown, and then the bottom part I'm going to just cut a strip. See, I did circles there. I forgot about my oval. Yeah, so I had to turn around and use my oval just because I wanted to use it. But you cut the bottom part off, and then you take like a V right out of the center. So I layer them both together when I do that so that they match. Right now I'm cutting a little thin strip of the black, and this is going to be the bottom part of his hoofs. So I'm going to glue it on the front, but then I'm going to flip the hoof over, and I'm going to trim along the lines that's already cut on the brown so that the little V is cut out of this part too. But I'm going to put one on each side with foam tape too. No, maybe not. I did not use foam tape. I told a story there. No foam tape, but it's a good idea to use foam tape. These are the Tim Holtz. It's a pine cone branch, I believe, die. I did show it earlier, so you can rewind if I don't have it right. But you also seen me earlier with my bone folder rubbing on one on a foam pad, rubbing on an antler. And the reason is because when they get cut out, they can kind of curve inward and have a little dimension to it instead of being just plain flat. And I'm just trying to flatten the one that I flipped over out so it don't look like it's sticking up in the air on the edges. I took and put my title down. I started to put it up there at the top, but it wasn't showing up very well, so I moved it down to the book. And here I'm going to make a little banner cluster. That's what I'm going to call it, a banner cluster. I started to put 3 banners there, but then I seen this little tag, whatever, of houses, and it looks so pretty, and I thought, oh, I'm going to use that. And guess what? I didn't have to trim no white off or anything. It was perfect. So I decided to add red as a outside frame. I thought it looked more like a framed picture sitting there. I will, let's see, I'm going to quit on that for a few minutes, but then I'm going to go back to it because I couldn't see anything else that I wanted to add to it. And I pulled this out, and it says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And I didn't want it in that frame there, but that black just didn't go with the green plaid. So it's getting cut out, and I'll save it for something else, and I'll fussy cut it a little more, especially in the center when I go to use it. But I am going to put the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" on foam tape and put it up in that corner. And I couldn't find anything else to go with it, so I added 3 little circles that has snowflakes in it. And there's quite a few on the sticker page, so I'm going to add some down in the bottom cluster too. And I'm not sure when I remember it, but I think I thought I was about done. And I remembered I had that plastic Ziploc bag, zipper bag with all that stuff I fussy cut out of Christmas and ran out of paper, but still had plenty of fussy cut stuff and embellishments. But yeah, it's going to come out, and I'm going to use a few things from there too. And here's where I've noticed the, oh, no, I already noticed the dots. I got 3 up there. I was just looking to make sure which ones I was going to get for the bottom cluster. And of course, it's going to be those circles with the little snowflakes on them. Yeah, here's where I pulled that out, and I am going to use it. And see, you're going to see me digging in it quite a bit. Well, unless I cut some of it out. I'm not sure. That says postage paid, and I like the shape of it. Where everything else was kind of rectangular, this was a little different, and I want to just put it in with the bunch. And of course, I do have the little round things down there to the side. Here is one that was not fussy cut. The reason is because I didn't have my punches with me when I was cutting all these out, and I didn't want to lose them little round pieces down in the bottom of the bag. So I left it to on a piece with something else. And I did that several times, so I did have to fussy cut this little bit out. And I used my punches, I will use my punches on the little circles that are on there. I laid it to the side, but I will be picking it back up. And, oh, I really would have liked to use that little letter, but I couldn't see where to put it. And, well, I'm getting pretty much everything I need on here anyway. So I'll save it for another layout. These are the 2 circles that were with the Noel, and I did take my punches and punch them out. I wasn't perfect on the green one. See here, I am inking the edge where it's white on the right-hand side, and you can't see it once you get the ink on there. And so I'm just doing a little fix-it-up job there. I layered the 2 circles together instead of putting them apart because there isn't much room down there. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm down to the Heidi swap. I did forget to put the white highlights on the reindeer, but I will go back and do it. Well, it was after I started editing the video, but I went back and put highlights on the reindeer with the white gel pen, and it's going to be in the last photo. The first few aren't going to have it, but I ran back in there and took a picture under the lights so that it'd show up pretty good, but I added the white highlights. But be sure to check out all the other gals down there below and see what they did this month to get ahead or catch up on their Christmas. And there's my reindeer with the different antlers and the body with the book. So yeah, you can do him a few different ways. Here is that one cluster in the upper right and then the one in the left. And so that's it. That's my layout. Again, check out all the gals below. And if you leave a comment, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And all of you that are, thank you very much. Have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.